Hey, welcome back to the Chalk Sports Podcast. Let's talk about the NFL Combine. The last day. It's over. Oof, what a fun end. The big men. I love the big men. I get so excited when we see like some fun players. There's some fun hairstyles. First off, we got to get into it. Jennings Dunker. Oh my god, I love him. I'm so happy. He makes me so happy. There's something about just the excitement he brought to Rich Eisen and just to the broadcast booth in general. They loved him. And he was very entertaining to watch. He ran well, and his drills were actually super solid. He's not just a fun looking guy. He had a lot of potential shown with his moves, with his legs. He made a lot of it work. And I'm shocked to see that he fell so low. He's 88th in PFF, which again against his grades, actually really high, 90.2 and 82.0. For NFL to put him at 59 score of production, that is disgusting. Crazy low. It's insanely disrespectful because his footwork, you see it right there, it's solid. There's not really like a complaint about it I have. His chops are good. He has good body control. His core is clearly engaged well. He ran a 5.18. His 10-yard split was also very solid. There was only a few moments where you wondered if he could have been a little better. He had some weakness when he did the screen drill, but that's about it. Otherwise, I really liked him. I thought he had a good combine, a solid drills performance, a solid runs performance based off stats, speed, vertical dash, etc. I think he did good. And we'll move on to some other guys. The winner of the combine easily, Logan Jones. Holy crap, if you want to shoot yourself up in the grades, talk about a center who was graded what? You have to scroll a while because the centers in this class were considered not good. And I don't blame them. I was kind of in the same boat where the centers weren't what I was looking for. But Logan Jones was 193. I feel like you're going to see him fly up the boards. He ran a 4.9 even. Think about that for a second. A 4.9 even. That is such a good 40 time for a guy who is 6'3", 299. And you can watch it right now. He fires off well. And he's short, but he's limber and he's strong. And you know what they always say? Low man always wins. Especially in the center position when you are going up into a guy. I feel like he carries a lot of ability. You see right there from the AFC director. He's fun to watch. He plays like he has two kids and a mortgage to pay, man. That kind of grown man effort. That feels like a what's the Patriots coach? I'm blanking on his name. But that feels like what we're looking at. Like a guy who just has the ability. He's a little old. He's 20. He turns 25 in October. Not performed. And his arms are a little short. Whoop-de-doo. I still consider him as a very competent center and has a lot of strengths. You see it right there. Linchpin for John Moore. He had good initial quickness. His zone blocking landmarks are good. He had a good PFF grade. He's consistently been a solid center. He's only given up 3 sacks in his entire career. That's not amazing, but only 1 sack in the last 2 years. That's pretty solid considering the fact of how many snaps he played. He played 300. He played 500 snaps on offense, and that's passing plays, and that's a give or take. I'm definitely off by a little bit. He played a lot of snaps and did not make a ton of mistakes. His run blocking was solid enough too to give him credit. Now we'll talk about the upper echelon that we knew were upper echelon. Spencer Purnell. Whew, this man was blazing. He was exciting, and he's such a fun player. We're talking about a guy who I was looking at, and I was like very confident. I always liked Spencer Purnell. He had a lot of personality. He's fun. He's cool looking. Look at him. Look at that hair. That hair is such an exciting thing. His drills are good. You see the footwork there? He's chopping well. He's moving good. And his speed, actually super solid. He had a 44.91, which is second place and was first place for a long time. You compare it to Granning's Duncan, and it's kind of messed up because they only compared him because of the mullets. But he clearly blows him away. And step by step, Spencer Purnell was there. And I feel like even a Brian O'Neill is disrespectful. This guy also had the ability to open up and say, hey, I will play whatever position you need. If you need me at tackle, I'll play a tackle. If you need me at guard, I'll play guard. If you need me at center, I'll play center. He was taking snaps. For a center, or for a tackle, that is super respectable. That is him owning, hey, I don't have the biggest hands. I don't have the biggest arms. But listen, I will do whatever it takes. Whatever it takes to be on the football field, to make an impact for my team, whatever team he goes to. And it's exciting to see that there's a guy out there like that. For a team, any team. Let's say, okay, let's do all. No, I'm trying to think of teams. We'll do all, just for sake of, okay, Fernando Mendoza, number one. Let's say I shoot David Bailey shot on my list so quick. And then you go Francis. I think Francis is still better. But all of a sudden, okay, you go wide receiver, as most of the people do. I feel like the Giants need a wide receiver. Browns probably need a wide receiver, but they don't have a chance at getting one. They go edge. They go Ruben Bain because he fell that far. Commanders go on the clock. They take Sony Styles. Then Saints go up. Caleb Downs. Jeremiah Love. Bengals go Arvell Reese. And then I think it gets interesting. I think you go cornerback for the Dolphins. And then who stops the Cowboys from picking one? Let's say they don't. Let's say they go. I don't even know who you go in this. Let's say they go Jared McCoy. Everyone needs a corner. Okay. Now look who's up. What stops the Rams from doing that decision? What stops the Rams from saying, hey, we need a tackle bad? They don't need a tackle bad, but there's a chance any of these guys leave, all of a sudden you have a guy who can fill that shoe. And there's so many other teams before then. The Dolphins are another team. They have holes. Okay? They're not exactly perfect. Boom. Jonas Savannah. Let's say he doesn't develop well. Now you have Spencer for now. He can sub in. Cole Strange. Let's say he has a bad season. Boom. There goes Spencer. Let's say Brewer gets hurt. Aaron Brewer has been amazing, and I'm not wishing injury on him. But let's say he does. Boom. Spencer can play that. Paul gets hurt. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. And that's the ability that Spencer for now brings. And it's almost something that I want the 49ers to trade up for. Because we're talking about a guy who will play any position. The 49ers are constantly in need of somebody else. And I feel like that is something that adds so much value to your draft. I don't think that we would see the what was his name? Francis Manuga decide to change positions. I don't see it happening. But I see for now doing it. That's the value he brings. Francis will play tackle because he's a good tackle. He's got the size for it. He's got the ability for it. He's proven that he's good at it. That's okay. I'm not faulting him for that at all. But when you're looking at the draft, you're looking at teams who need healthy players. Okay, let's say the Giants go wide receiver Mekhi Lennon. Browns come up on the clock. They want to trade. I would trade in this position. You can't get the wide receiver you want. You might want to guard or tackle, but maybe it's a little too early for you. So you go, hey, 49ers? What would you be willing to do? Okay, let's say they can't get a trade done. I think it would be a little early. It'd be a little premature for the 49ers. They would probably go Ruben Bain. There'd be other people they'd go. But, okay, let's say they go Ruben Bain. I still like that idea just to develop a guy. Okay, Caleb Downs. Oh, I messed that up. But let's say Caleb Downs just for the sake of whatever. This part doesn't matter. 10th comes up. They go Arvell Reese. They want a player. Okay. Dolphins considering, decide to go corner. Cowboys considering, decide to go corner. All of a sudden, I know this would be so unlikely just for the sake that I don't see the Rams trading their pick to help the 49ers. Let's say they do this in a first round next year. Huh? Trade not accepted. Well, damn. Okay. Huh. I thought there you go. This is a little bit of a reach. Whatever. 49ers jump. All of a sudden, they got Spencer for now. They get Spencer for now. Now, all of a sudden, every single slot on that 49ers team is filled. If they have an injury, they can fill it. If Brendel gets hurt, they can fill it. Burford, Pooney, McKivicks, Williams, Trent. You can get anybody filled. And that is the value of Spencer for now that I think will shoot his draft so much higher. I think it's something so minuscule. But it's something that makes a 21st PFF ranking an 11th, a top 10. You could argue he deserves to go in the top 10 because he brings that ability. Move on to the next guy. Max. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. Let's call him Anchor. Dude, this guy has been on the up and up for a minute now. an ascending traits heavy tackle prospect is dead on what you're talking about with him. He is 6'6" and ran a 4.91. This reminds me a lot of the guy last year, and I'm blanking on his name, and it's gonna make me so mad. What was his name? He was up in the higher levels of 40 times. What was his name? He went to the. Now it's gonna bother me. He went to Mebu. Ahmed Mebu went to the Jets. This is the level of like athleticism you're talking about. 6'4". He's shorter than Mebu and ran faster than Mebu. That is the talent you're bringing in. If you bring in a guy, an O-line tends to perform well when their 40-yard dash is good. Terran Armstrong ran a 4.71. He turned out pretty good. Lane Johnson, same thing. Avante Collins didn't turn out well. Brian O'Neill, same thing. Jared Wilson, all right. Tristan Wirfs, one of the best guards in the league, tackles in the league. Bruce Campbell, pretty good tackle. Taylor Lewan, not a good tackle, great podcaster. But Trent Williams ran a 4.88. Chris Paul turned out actually pretty decent. Give him credit. There's a lot of talent that comes from having a speedy tackle or a speedy guard or a speedy center. Bringing in Max, I think, actually benefits a lot of teams. I think he isn't a graded high prospect. He's graded 49th. Actually, that's way higher than I expected because his college career was kind of weak. He had a lot of little weaknesses. He only gave up 3 sacks his entire college career in 3 seasons. He played, 1,000 plus snaps, 800 plus snaps 2 years in a row, and he didn't give up a single snap in 2025. That's what you would be bringing in, is a guy who makes that difference. There's so much excitement with him. He might shoot up the boards again because another thing, tackles are very rare. Good tackles are hard to come by, and they've become a pricey market. I don't know what let's see what I can find. So if we go to Sport Track and we go to contracts, active contracts, go to position, tackles. They have shot up to $28 million is Rashawn Slater's. That is how much he costs. Makes sense. He is deserving of it. Guards, $24 million. Centers, $18 million. Centers are a little lower on the lower end. Oh, wait, you can go offensive lineman. You can look. All of a sudden, that market becomes equal to a wide receiver. If you look at offense, it's going to be all, never mind, it's going to be all quarterbacks. But there's wide receivers, and then there's tackles. That's the value of having a young tackle. You can develop them, or offensive lineman. You can develop them, you can teach them, and you can sign them again for maybe a little bit of a hometown discount. You could argue Tristan Wirfs could have got way more money. Way more money. He went cheap almost. The market value for tackles right now is so high. Because they deserve it. They deserve that value. Laramie Tunsil his value is at $29 million. Mr. Gas Mask himself, the person who had the most problems coming into the draft, is so valuable. It's such a difference maker. Deion Dawkins, another guy, difference maker, $20 million. If you can get a tackle, all of a sudden, these guys on the bottom is what you would be having. I mean, let's look. Joel Bentonio. He's a little old, so I guess 50 million is actually really weirdly high. Or actually, it's pretty average. Ben Powers, good guard. Paid pretty poorly. Paris Johnson, pretty solid guard, $7 million a year. That's the level you're dealing with. Is you're getting guys who didn't have this. You don't have to pay them at the level you have to. It's the same logic with quarterbacks. You don't have to pay them for a while because they're rookies. No rookie quarterback's going to make that difference. And you can't pay rookie quarterback more. I mean, you go down here, JJ McCarthy. Let's go CJ Stroud, $8 million. Drake May was in the Super Bowl this year, and he's making $9 million a year. Jaden Daniels, $9 million again, $9.4 million. Russell Wilson made $10.5 million. Caleb Williams is making $9.8 million. That is the value of drafting a quarterback. Drafting an offensive lineman is the same logic in my mind, and that's why today was such an important day for the Combine, because now all of a sudden you're finding this out. Look at teams that are losing players this year. Let's see if I can find it. Free agents, 2026 free agents. positions. Offensive lineman. Market value. Rasheed Walker played for the Green Bay Packers. His previous AAV was $935,000. He was not making a ton of money. He was 0.123% of the cap. Think about that. 0.123% of the cap. His market value is $20 million. That is the value of tackles right now. Somebody who can make such a big difference. The level of spending is shooting up so fast. And that's where it's at. And if you don't draft a tackle, you would be foolish at this point. Because not getting these tackles early makes a difference. Caden Proctor, let's get into him. Because I'm very excited to talk about him. And there's one more guy that I'm super excited to talk about. I'm noticing a change because we're watching the combine. I'm watching the combine and saying, hey, like, these guys could be good on specific teams. Caden Proctor had a good day. He ran a 5.21. You can say, okay, that's not the best. Don't forget, this man is not small. He is 6'7", 352 pounds. He ran a 5.21. That is good. His drills, even better. The drills you don't see. Like it sucks to see that I can't get like the stats. You can't get numbers on it. His drills were amazing. He was moving and grooving, and it's so rare to see somebody move at the level he does while being the size he is. There's another guy too, Bell. And we'll see like that. Finish that combine, that run. He was good. Bell. Another guy who's massive. He ran a 5.36. This guy could be a different level. He's 6'9", 346 pounds. By the way, Caden Proctor weighs more than him and is 2 inches smaller. That is not a shot at Proctor. I think Proctor is still very good. Markel Bell is insanely tall. That's just nothing better to say about that than he is insanely tall. He is graded 109. He had a good statistical season. He didn't allow a single sack the entire year, and he played 1,000 snaps at left tackle. He made it to the championship, and he didn't give up a single sack. That is what you're dealing with. Yeah, okay. The level of competition will obviously shoot up. He was in the ACC, but he played good against Indiana, against Ole Miss, against Texas A&M. Texas A&M has the number one combine. They have some of the best guards, guys who have shot up my list instantly just because they performed well. This is what you're bringing with somebody like Bell. Caden Proctor, I should have talked about him more. He's also a guy who you're bringing in, and he's adding so much to your team. I'm so, just in love with these two. Because I know, no diddy. But you add so much with them. And I'm just keep talking about these offensive linemen because they make a difference. Keelan Rutledge was another one who had a good combine. His drills look good. He was looking fast. Sam Heck, Chase Bisnottis. There are so many good prospects. I'm excited to see Vega. I almost forgot about you, Vega. He also had a good combine. There's just adding so much to getting a guard that I feel like watching this combine was insanely, how do you spell it? Was insanely important. Because you look at this and, whoa, is he not on here? I thought he ran the he didn't run the dash. He did do the jump, which wasn't amazing by any means, but he ran good drills. He ran really good drills. I was super impressed. This is what I'm talking about. You're adding guys for the future. And my mock draft will represent that. I will be very hard on guards. Monroe Feeling also had a good combine. Credit to him real quick. There's so much that I value now that my mock draft, I'll do in 2 days probably. Yeah, I'll do Tuesday. That's the level you're bringing in. That's what I got for y'all. Make sure to like, subscribe, share. Click the link. Don't click the link below, but make sure to tune into the other combine days. If you missed them, tune into those. I'll see y'all on Tuesday. Make sure to watch the shorts. Peace.